everybody, I'm Vincent.
And I'm Mike. And today, we're reviewing Deadpool! Yeah, we got it!
Fuck yeah!
Alright, we're awesome.
Basic story for this movie is, Ryan Reynolds is a savagely hilarious badass. Yeah, that's it. Mike?
Well, that's a pretty good point. It's a pretty simple story. Boy meets girl, boy gets cancer, boy gets injected with serum and
becomes a cotton candy artist.
Deadpool loses girl, then Deadpool gets girl back. So it's a pretty basic story. The movie definitely isn't riding on its narrative. It's riding on the lead star, Ryan fucking Reynolds.
Indeed, yes.
This is a true story of an underdog story. This is a movie, it's like The Little Engine That Could. It's a movie that shouldn't exist, but it does, because the fans wanted it so bad, because Ryan Reynolds lobbied so hard for it. X-Men Origins Wolverine, the abomination that they did with Deadpool and that, I think all fans felt pain in their nuts when that movie was released.
Yeah, Phoenix rising from the ashes was a massive boner.
Man, I think that you secretly just want Ryan Reynolds, but I mean that's okay. I mean he's if you're gonna swing that direction, it's not a bad way to go.
Oh, it's not, right? Yeah.
I mean, well, then again, he does look like a Rice Krispie. Totally redeems what the mistakes that were made with Deadpool before. Let's get into this.
Yeah, the movie was really good. I mean, once again, this movie couldn't have happened without Ryan Reynolds. He's the perfect choice for Deadpool. Are there other actors out there that probably could have done a half-decent job? You know what? Fuck it. No, just Ryan Reynolds. Just fuck it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan Reynolds.
Anybody else I think of, just like, well, I mean, it would be horrible, but no, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. If you go back to the comics, there is a comic book that I think came out for Deadpool not too long after Van Wilder, and the creator, I think there's a moment in the comic where Deadpool says, "Who's going to play me? Ryan Reynolds?" And from that point forward, everybody lobbied for Ryan Reynolds. He even got excited about the character, and he started fighting hard to get it. Yeah. This is a character he was born to play. And this is a film that completely rides on the shoulders of Ryan Reynolds' performance. If you take Ryan Reynolds out of this movie and replace him with any other actor, then it just wouldn't work. That's not to say that the material around Reynolds isn't good, it's just that he's needed to elevate it, to give it life. You know he improvised a lot of his dialogue.
Oh yeah, so I mean, even with, and so much dialogue is improvised, you can just, sometimes you can kind of feel it that, that was definitely Reynolds' take on it. But there's other stuff, of course, in the film that just leads to some very clever or, at least creative comedic writing.
One of the things that really sets this movie apart from the other superhero genre films is its sense of humor. The movie is very, very funny in like a very raunchy, kind of dick joke, cursing, violent type of way. Another blessing that has been bestowed upon this movie is the studio agreeing to go with a hard R. Because there is no other way to do a Deadpool movie. It's got all the fucks, shits, and whatever other bleeping curse words you could want. On top of all the gratuitous sex and violence you could want. There's some great pop culture references. There's tons of Easter eggs in this movie. There's a lot of jokes about Green Lantern, Hugh Jackman, X-Men Origins Wolverine. There's a lot of references, like, he'll say things to the audience, like he'll be like, yeah, this is the only X-Men we could afford for this movie, is Colossus and, what's
Megasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah. I mean, he lets you in on the jokes, which is nice. He welcomes you in on the jokes, and it's very self-parody a lot of the time. Bold move is the fourth wall breaks, which is in the comics. Deadpool is the only character in the Marvel Universe that knows that he's a fictional character, and he directly addresses the reader sometimes, and sometimes the other characters in the panel will be like, "Who are you talking to?" And he's like, "Shh," as though it's a little secret between you and him. And, that's one of the reasons why he's such a psychopath, is that he, knows that nothing he's doing really has consequences. They do that in this movie a little bit. He definitely has that fourth wall break, and he kind of makes you feel like you're on the adventure with him. The supporting cast of characters are also very funny, and at times, maybe they could have been more developed. It's maybe my only complaint about them.
Even with some of the other characters in the movie, once again, Ryan, Deadpool is the focus, but every once in a while the other characters gives a little something here and there. I like the dynamic between him and Colossus. Colossus' character is very simple, but he's the opposite of extreme of Deadpool, and I like when they play off each other. Colossus is a very good-natured, well-mannered superhero, but Deadpool's the exact opposite, and Colossus, even after no matter how much destruction Deadpool causes, Colossus is still hopeful that he can make Deadpool into a hero. I just kind of like how gullible he is about shit.
Colossus, he is represented probably more accurately than the other Colossus in the X-Men films, because he's actually Russian. You can hear the Russian accent. And he looks a little bit more like he did in the comics. I think I just would have liked to have seen, because he was a full CGI creation, I think I would like to see more of a human element.
Yeah, and I've seen pictures of the actor who plays him, and even without metal skin, he looks like this big, powerful dude. Maybe, I don't know, maybe his facial expressions just weren't good enough, or just him being metal all the time was like part of the gag. That's it. It's a very minor noise. Nothing that's going to take you out of the film. The villains, they're pretty standard kind of military uniform, body armor. Nothing that special, but they're like gods of war. They just sell weapons and stuff like that, so it makes sense for their attire to be simple. Deadpool's outfit, I thought it was a great interpretation from the comics. I think they used really good materials for it. I think it looks really great. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. She's also a cool character. She's kind of like the goth X-Men character. Like if you guys hate Jubilee, she's the exact opposite of Jubilee. It's kind of funny. Yeah, her powers are really cool, though. Some kind of full-body energy release. We didn't get to see too much of them, but when we do, they're actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the fight scenes in general in this were also pretty impressive. Big opening, like he jumps down into a car. It's actually an extended version of the leaked test footage that they did, where they had a CGI Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds played, that is leaping in the car and all this fighting. This is like the full realization of that leaked footage.
Yeah.
It plays very well. It's very exciting. Sometimes I have issues with the discontinuity because once you get to a certain point in that action sequence, it ends on a bridge with a gunfight, and then you start having this discontinuity. You cut back to see his origin, and we keep coming back to this bridge, and I don't feel like it flows very well, because there's a sequence where he faces his arch enemy, who's the one who created him, named Ajax, or Francis, depending on who you want to listen to between Deadpool and himself. And he's attacking Ajax at this point without us seeing why he's after Ajax. And so there's not really any investment as a viewer into why he's attacking him. It would have played a lot better if you'd seen what he did to him first and then seen him attack Ajax. So there's definitely some narrative flow stuff that doesn't flow smoothly. It feels a little choppy in places. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Mike. Narratively speaking, this movie is nothing special. And the going back and forth can be a little trying. I know some people do like that. Personally, I mean, I don't really didn't dig on it that much. Maybe they did it on purpose to try to make you feel as zany and wound up and like, as maybe Deadpool is. Maybe that's a purposeful thing. Me, it didn't really work. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. That's the great thing about this movie, and personally, I think that, yeah, the narrative, nothing special at all. Really nothing. Very simple, as we stated. But because this movie is so character-driven by Deadpool and him playing off the supporting cast, the narrative can suffer a little bit, in my opinion.
It's clear that the love story was provided to give a reason for Deadpool to be heroic and for the audience to sympathize with him. While the girl was great and beautiful, sometimes the romance softened Deadpool a little too much. I suppose, though, you can only expect the studio to go so far before they pull it back for more commercial sensibilities to appeal to the masses. Only purists will be bothered by this because the movie finds a way to make it work. So that's, again, just being nitpicky. He's a cold-blooded killer. And I feel like that didn't always come across in this movie. I like the cab sequences with the cab driver where, like there's that one part he kept whispering sinful things for him to do to try to trick him into committing crimes and stuff. That's Deadpool. Deadpool is not a good guy. And the fact the X-Men be trying to recruit him, they would never try to recruit him.
Yeah, but it's just kind of funny that they would even consider it.
Yeah, but
it's mostly Colossus. I think Professor X is probably like, no.
Actually, the funny thing is, in the comics, Deadpool's the one that wants to join the X-Men, but they don't want anything to do with him.
I mean, this movie's done so well that basically a sequel's already been greenlit, where they're talking about bringing in Cable. That would be pretty cool. Cable was gonna...
stay after the credits because they discussed this. Cable.
Yeah, even though it's kind of released in like online articles ahead of time. Also made some rumors that maybe X-Force is going to be involved in the sequel. Either way, those sound like really cool choices for Deadpool to play off of. And who knows, maybe in the next one he'll make fun of all the films that have happened between now and then, I mean, maybe he'll make fun of Batman vs. Superman, maybe he'll make fun of Captain America Civil War, maybe he'll make fun of Suicide Squad, who knows? We've got probably at least 2 years before we see another Deadpool film.
This movie's tons of fun to watch. If you're a Deadpool fan, you'll enjoy it. If you're a non-fan, you'll still enjoy it. Basically, you can find things to bitch about in this movie if you look for it, but Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is so charming that a lot of these issues just fall away. He rocks it, and the action is fun and exciting, the humor is fresh and true to the character, And that's saying a lot for someone that is so hard to bring to the screen to adapt from the comics. So you gotta give him credit for that.
Crazy Flash.
That's it. So, yeah, the movie is good, but I feel like there's maybe one or two things that could have been... So how's it going, big guy? I mean, I'm sorry about your friend here, but you would not just stop his yapping. I mean, that's my job. I mean, like, you should have stopped that charming butthole. Speaking of buttholes, he's got a sweet ass, am I right? I mean, did you tap that?
I've looked at it.
Is that weird to say because he's dead? Is it weird to say about a dead guy? That's strange.
I don't know.
I mean, it's only necrophilia when they stop bleeding, am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
I think that's the law.
You're not laughing. Are you not laughing because you don't think that's funny, or because your friend is missing part of his face? Which is it? Second one?
Yeah.
Second one? Because your friend's missing part of his face?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I was worried that we couldn't be friends, and I so wants to be friends. I mean,
Me
like,
too.
I've always wanted to travel the world, meet new and exciting people, and then kill them.
What?
Oh, and not kill them. Scratch that. The opposite of kill them. The opposite of killing them. No
like that
killing.
version
No
better, yeah.
killing. No killing.
Okay.
Say your final thoughts. And make them positive.
Super positive. Funniest movie I've seen of 2016 so far.
Okay.
Yeah. No, really good. Ryan Reynolds, fantastic.
Yeah.
Movie couldn't have happened without him. He does you total justice. Action-packed, bloody, boobies, a lot of boobies. There was technically only one scene, but in that one scene, there was like, what, six pairs? Yeah, tons of boobies. Great comedy, great in-jokes, all that kind of stuff. And just the storybook love ending. You just what kind of want? A little bit, yeah.
You wouldn't be brown nosing me, would you?
What? No!
Because I don't like brown nosers.
No, Deadpool, no!
Do you have a little poop on your nose there? from being up my ass?
No, that's
Are you
a
brown nosing?
no,
Are you brown nosing? Intimidating! I'm scary! Okay, all right, you know what? I'm sorry. I can see I'm scared. Here, take the gun. It's okay. Let me just get these knots out of your neck here. You seem like you're really tense. Oh, have you been to a chiropractor recently?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God, you got that itch that's been going on in my brain for weeks. Thank you, man. You really are a true friend. You know what? I'm sorry about your friend's head over there, but let me just get you a little consolation prize here. Here, this is from me to you. Don't mind it ticking. This should stop in about 10 seconds. All right, you complete me.
Wait, what? Ticking? Tick, wait.